Welcome to the very first edition of Sports Talk with Royalty. I'm your boy Royalty. Of course, you may know me as Royal 11, but on this channel, it's all sports. My passion for sports cannot be held back any longer. This is the first episode of Sports Talk with Royalty. This episode, I will be discussing different topics. So what should I let the first topic be? Let's start with the Notre Dame Arkansas game that we had last week. Me being an Arkansas and Arkansan for most of my life, born and raised, we love our Razorbacks. We don't have a pro team. So we love and sleep, eat, and breathe our Razorbacks. And a lot of people from Arkansas like different teams. Me, I so happen to be one of the biggest Notre Dame football fans. So last week I was able to attend and see Notre Dame in person for the first time, as well as be in Fayetteville and watch my Hogs in Fayetteville for the first time when I normally catch them in Little Rock. So, and one thing about us in Arkansas, we are passionate about our Hogs, and a lot of people get really personal sometimes. They take it to heart. Sports. We passionate about our Hogs down here. But one thing, I am not a biased person. If I am going to create a platform where I talk sports, even though I know it's certain teams I don't like, I have to keep it 100. You understand what I'm saying? But when it comes to the Razorbacks, what is the one thing that's keeping the Razorbacks from getting over the hump? In my opinion, it's always been one thing. People have to realize in sports, the number one thing you have to do is what? Stop the other person. Would you rather the game end in 0-0 or you win in something to 0? All I'm saying is, stopping your opponent is the most important thing. And the Razorbacks have not got to that point where they have, on a defensive side of the football, dedicated themselves for a team that plays in the Southeastern Conference. They have not dedicated themselves enough to the defensive side of the ball to play in the SEC. That's one of the pet peeves. That's one of the things that's held us back. The last time we had a decent defense, we were number 3 in the country with 2 great running backs. But what I'm saying is the focus is not on the defensive side of the ball. Now Bobby Petrino may come down because they fired Sam Pittman, it was time. Bobby Petrino coming down, and we all know how we feel about Bobby Petrino. We love Bobby Petrino. But let's be honest about it. Are we going to continue to score 40 points and the other team have 45 or 49 to 45? 7 overtimes and beating teams? Or are we going to buckle down and start to try to stop teams and become a defensive powerhouse? Learning how to stop teams will get you a long way. They got their asses kicked last week. And I knew it was going to get ugly because they don't stop the run. Arkansas is known for offense coming from Bobby Petrino. People have to realize running the football and playing defense is what wins championships. You are not going to continue to outscore everybody and have all this prolific offense. And you can't stop anybody. You can't stop anybody. You understand what I'm saying? So I just feel like the Razorbacks won't ever be able to get over the hump until they start to get some defensive quality players in there and learn how to buckle down and play physical football and stop other teams. Because Notre Dame is going to run the football. Both of these are my teams. I've always rooted for them in college. 49er fan, as well as Chicago Bulls fan in basketball. Don't really watch baseball. I used to watch baseball, but when I did root for the baseball, it was always the Chicago Cubs. Finally won a World Series. I watched the game in series, whatever, and I wanted to be able to see them win after all those years of not winning. But I used to watch Chicago Cubs baseball every evening on WGN. You know, Mark Grace, Ryan Sandberg, Andre Dawson. Even when Sammy Sosa played with the White Sox, I was into baseball back in that time. But like I said before, Arkansas, you have to learn how to play defense. If you can't learn how to stop teams, you will always be in the middle of the pack of the SEC. That's just simple. And I want to talk about the Cleveland Browns. When are you going to get tired of sucking? That's my question to you. Do you want to suck forever? Hmm? Do you want to suck forever? That's all I want to know. And Shador did the right thing. He went Japanese on y'all. Because whatever he say, what you going to do? You're going to twist and turn it. You suck. And especially like quarterbacks. You went out there, you spent all, you got Tim Couch. Next thing you know, he was on his couch. The best quarterback on the roster, you got him on the bench. Why? League politics, what y'all trying to do? What message you trying to send? This all for Dion? What is this? Everybody knows that Shador should be in the game. But yet and still, y'all want to sit here and play games and let third strings start before you let this man start. Because when he starts, you'll start to win. But you will forever suck when you do things like this. Me, and I'm going to be honest with you, I hope he asks for a trade. I hope he gonna get out of there. Let them stay in their misery. They raise hell to get their team back. And then when they get their team back, they do same old sorry Browns. Ain't nothing changed. Nothing. Not trying to win nothing. The city of Cleveland deserves better than that. They deserve better than that. Simple as that. They deserve better. And you forever suck, especially the way you doing should do. It's a tragedy. A tragedy. Now, I think that, first of all, the 49ers rushed Brock Purdy back too fast. Matt Jones should have started the last game. Sometimes you got to just go with the flow. But you're thinking about that 53 million. I know. I get it. I get it. But the same way that Brock came on the scene and he did one like 7 straight games, you stuck with the hot hand and you let it go. You have to do the same thing with Matt Jones. You have to. You got to try to focus on winning and stop thinking about your pockets. And that brings me to something else with the 49ers. As a longtime 49er fan, as a rival, I've never liked the Cowboys. Anybody that knows me, I'm one of those people. I take glory in when the Cowboys lose. But on this channel, I will be biased. If they're a good team, I'll let you know they're a good team. Right now, they suck. But the 49ers. One of my main components and main gripes with the Dallas Cowboys was they was able to get Dion from the 49ers after the years of getting beat by the Cowboys. 2 straight NFC Championship games. You come and you get Dion. You go and you win the Super Bowl. You finally do that. What do? You let Dallas get him. Not because they came and got him, because you didn't sign him. So you had a chance to be the team of the 80s and 90s. And you chose to let Deion go to Dallas so Dallas could go get another Super Bowl. You ain't won a Super Bowl since. 1 year longer than the Cowboys. Now picture me arguing with a Cowboy fan, and they just say that right there. It's been 1 year longer. I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand. So when you don't re-sign the great Deion Sanders, look how many years you put yourself back. You had a chance to do something special. Somebody hit me in the comment section when I said that in the comment section of that Deion video, and they said, "Well, what would it look like if a team was the '80s team of the '80s and '90s? That like it wouldn't look right." Who gets tired of winning? Excuse me. Who gets tired of winning? Who gets tired of winning? If I'm about to win 8, 9 championships in a row, I want 8, 9 championships in a row, Jerry Krause. I want 9 in a row. I want 8 in a row. Who gets tired of winning? Why does ego always get in the way of winning? When you have a chance to do something special with somebody. Everybody wants to be the main guy. I want the jury. Because I know I'm going to contribute some kind of way. I take it. I got highlights. I'm part of the reason we got the chip. Why do I need to be the center of attention? That's the way dynasties are destroyed. And then when owners get to the point where they want to be the center of attention, that also puts franchises back years and years. Because everybody don't know their role. Everybody wants to be the star. The players don't even get interviewed after the game. So, for me, I just think that when you have a chance to keep doing something special, you should keep doing something special. The death of dynasties. Why don't they continue until somebody beats them and puts a death to the dynasties? That's what a lot of them should have happened. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the first episode of Sports Talk with Royalty. Till next time.